There was a decorated general with a heart of gold that likened him to all the stories he told of past battles won and lost and legends of old. A seasoned veteran in his own time, on the battlefield he gained respectful fame, with many medals of bravery and stripes to his name. He grew a beard as soon as he could to cover the scars on his face, and always urged his men on. But on the eve of a great battle with the infantry and dream, the old general tossed in his sleep and wrestled with its meaning. He awoke from that night to tell what he had seen, and walked slowly out of his tent. All the men held tall with their chests in the air, with the courage in their blood and a fire in their stare. And it was a great morning and they all wondered how they would fare, till the old general told them to go home. He said, I have seen the others, and I have discovered that this fight is not worth fighting. And I've seen their mothers, and I will no other to follow me where I'm going. So take a shower and shine your shoes.
That thing in common, this isolation, and it's pretty neat.
Take a shower and shine.
Well, T4O Oceans is here because we're doing a survey of the marine ecosystem. We recently got a generous grant from the Gates Frontiers Fund to install a 21-foot tall, 7,000-pound buoy, and then use the buoy to provide the networking and powering systems for a submerged underwater camera system that we invented last November. And so what we're doing here is looking for an ideal location in the Channel Islands to deploy the buoy and the camera system so that students, educators, and marine enthusiasts can view the marine ecosystem surrounding in California in real time from any web-enabled device on Earth.
And I have discovered that this fight is not worth fighting. No.
There's a ton of right here. This is Anthopleura. They won't sting you, they'll just stick to you a little bit.
Let me see.
Go put your finger inside those green ones.
What?
Oh, you got no time to lose. You are young man, you must be living. Yeah. Take a shower and shine your shoes.
Wanna hold him? Don't freak out and squeeze him though, okay? You'll run up your arm. If you dig around, we may find little small urchins.
Can I touch him?
Little Lydia. The Channel Islands are often called the Galapagos of the United States and have some of the healthiest kelp forests in the Northern Hemisphere. Kelp forests support diverse communities of marine organisms and are often described as the most productive and dynamic ecosystems on Earth. We arrived at Pelican Bay, situated on the north side of Santa Cruz Island, after a rough crossing from the mainland. Pelican Bay afforded students an opportunity to become accustomed to the cold, nutrient-rich waters in a sheltered, protected cove. After entering the water, the first thing we noticed was the large number of sea urchins, with the most common being the purple sea urchin, Strongylocentrotus purpuratus. Sea urchins are important components of marine communities. Many predators prey upon them, and their grazing limits algal biomass. However, at this location, the luxuriant, species-rich kelp forest that we expected to see had become sea urchin-dominated barrens. The urchins eat away at the holdfasts of the brown algae and can quickly decimate the kelp. Normally, a delicate balance between sea urchin grazing and kelp forest productivity leads to stable states that alternate between luxuriant kelp forests and relatively species-depauperate sea urchin barrens. Curiously, the densities of sea urchins are often similar within kelp forests and sea urchin barrens. However, within kelp forests, sea urchins are nearly stationary, feeding on captured pieces of kelp litter, called drift kelp, that are produced and shed in high quantities from the kelp's main body. However, when the kelps are removed by storms or El Niño events, the remaining sea urchins actively forage on young kelp recruits and on drift kelp brought in from elsewhere, preventing the re-establishment of the kelp forest. In most areas, storms and predators can keep urchin populations in check and allow kelp forests to thrive.
This species of dolphin is called the long-beaked common dolphin. Their scientific name is Delphinus capensis. They can reach lengths of up to 8 feet and weigh as much as 300 pounds. They've been known to use the hunting tactic of making a bait ball at the water's surface and then eating the fish from there. They also take advantage of human fishing activities, such as taking the fish that the fishermen discard or eating the ones that escape from the net. They are often seen of pods from 500 to 1,000 members and perform spectacular aerial tricks. They are very active and have been seen riding the pressure waves on the bow of the boat.
I sang your songs, I danced your dance, I gave your friends all a chance.
Moorish idol from Finding Nemo. What is he again? The Moorish idol, what's his name? The guy with the damaged...
Gil.
Gil. Gil is a Zancleid, which is a family that only has one genus in it, Zanclus. Okay, so that whole branch has become very linear with not a lot of bushiness. Other ones like the angelfish, Pomacanthids, that bush that's very...
Always be playing your fool. I keep playing your part, but it's not my scene. Want this plot to twist, I've had enough mystery. Keep building it up, but then you're shooting me down. But I'm already down, just wait a minute. Just sit and wait it. Just wait a minute. Just sit and wait it. Well, if I was in your position, I'd put down all my ammunition. I'd wonder why it taken me so long. But Lord knows that I'm not you, and if I was, I wouldn't be so cruel. 'Cause waiting on love ain't so easy to do. Must I always be waiting, waiting on you? Must I always be playing, playing your fool? No, I can't always be waiting, waiting on you. I can't always be playing, playing your fool, fool.
This morning, me, Mr. Mendelow, and Mike Park, along with our dive instructor, went out and we went down the line in the boat. And then at the anchor, we set a perpendicular line to that. And each way, we went out 7 meters and then 14 meters again. So we had 4 different spots, and then at those spots, we collected sediment, and we got a sediment sample.
Unlike in the previous dive site, this area on the east end of Anacapa is a marine protected area. The kelp forest is healthy, large predatory seals and other fish inhabit this ecosystem. We saw a wide variety of diverse organisms during this dive. One of the most special moments was diving with these large sheep's head wrasse. These fish seem to show no fear of divers.
Just like them old stars, I see that you've come so far to be right where you are.
The kelp in this area was just magnificent, and we look forward as an organization to being able to deploy a webcam here so that the public and students can enjoy this marine ecosystem anytime from any web-enabled device in the world.
Rough, I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up, and when you're needing your space to do some navigating, I'll be here patiently waiting to see what you find. 'Cause even the stars, they burn, some even fall to the earth. We got
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah? This kelp edge is something else to snorkel in, huh?
Yeah, it was.
Well, the sun just went down and
I won't give up. I don't want to be someone who walks away so easily. I'm here to stay and make the difference that I can make. Our differences, they do.